We talk about jobs impact a lot. One version of this that comes up it feels like almost every conversation I have socially is, what should my kids study for the future? What should my kids study? What's it going to look like? Like this is a version of asking that question. Where is the economy going to go?
And that statement about jobs is a very loaded statement in India because 500 million people under the age of 30. You understand the gravity of that of jobs and that anxiety that India has. Do you discuss this when you meet the Prime Minister, when you meet people who matter in policy? How much of that comes up, and what are the answers you have to that anxiety?
Yeah, the main thing that comes up with the main things that come up with political leaders are infrastructure, jobs, sort of fair distribution of benefits, and safety, broadly speaking. And the proportion of those is different in different countries. And also the level of focus on the upsides versus the potential downsides is different in different countries. Yeah. We talk about jobs impact a lot. One version of this that comes up it feels like almost every conversation I have socially is, what should my kids study for the future? What should my kids study? What's it going to look like? Like this is a version of asking that question. Where is the economy going to go? It's really hard to answer that specifically if you study history. One thing I love to do is to read about the history of technology. And if you look at, say, the primary source material of people that were experiencing the Industrial Revolution, there was a lot of panic about jobs. There were a lot of predictions about what the jobs were going to be. A lot of fear there was going to be no jobs, and a lot of prediction about what the new jobs would be. They were sort of shockingly wrong. And none of them were like, I'm going to be the CEO of an AI company. Certainly none of them were like, I'm going to be a YouTube influencer. So I think this is very hard to predict, but the skills that will work no matter what, yeah. Fluency with AI tools, resilience, adaptability, figuring out what people are going to want and how to be useful to them, how to work with other people. These are all very good things to learn. And yeah, I think it's useless to pretend there won't be a big change. The change won't be as fast as some people in the AI industry predict because society's always got more inertia and it always takes longer. But eventually the change will be huge and we'll find all sorts of new things to do.